in a nap by herself. She's a training department of one, and for the managers to use. And so the manager, anytime he's walking, through the store there, and somebody's not doing the fries right, he can pop up a video right there and show them. Okay? He's also got all of his performance data for the store right there already accessed. So that's the bigger kind of performance support that can happen. Let me give you a couple other things that are being done in corporations. Here at Stanford Hospital, they use Epic, which is a large. I was talking to our fellow yesterday from
Wisconsin.
Huh?
They're based in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, okay. And yesterday, somebody's here from Kaiser Permanente. I'm not sure what they use, but Epic is a big one. Another one is Cerner, and they're a multi-billion-dollar global company that does. It used to be IT software, now it's enablement, system solutions. What they do though is they're very, very smart people. They did something that we can all really learn from. Two things I want to mention. One thing is that they created, what they found was that the problem with health in communities, see if this rings a bell, is that the civic leaders and the care providers and the recipients, the unhealthy people, or the populace really, the ideally healthy people, they don't all get together and talk. And so they created a simulation to take place in half a day, in which it's not really simulation, it's kind of, but it's actually using the data from that particular city. And so they will have the groups come together, and they've done this in a number of locations now. And so this is a corporation, but doing something that's very civic-minded. I mean, they win also. But one of the innovation professors at Harvard is saying, says, look, you want to have a social impact? It's going to be the linkage between socially committed individuals and corporations. Now, I'm not personally an advocate for that. I don't, but that's what people are saying anyway. So, another one that's really interesting is a little game that's being done at one of the consumer electronic domestic companies, one of the many. And what they're doing is they're creating a game for all the people who work on the floor. Now this is a simple idea, but think about how you could do it with the people you're trying to reach out there. And they have a game set up so that as they do things like if they get good customer service scores, then they get a higher score in their game. And if they make a sale, whatever, then they get certain scores. And so they're putting that into a game environment. So the buzzword in corporations these days for new training is, give them badges. Give them badges. But that's a little bit of a specific, but in general, the notion of engaging people is very important. So. But this is, so here's three things I want you to think about from all this. So at K-12, what they're learning is they're learning to work in teams. And they're learning how to go online for their learning. Very powerful. Higher education with MOOCs, we now have a solution for global outreach. You record it once, make it available everywhere, and whatever it is you want to do, whatever it is, however you want to impact people, educating the providers or informing the users, that is a way. It's got global reach. And then what corporations really know is they know what works with learning with people. I mean, they're kind of spending a lot of money at it, and they really care, and they're willing to do whatever it takes. So now they're starting to use MOOCs. They're starting to create, that for years they've had, wikis within internally, and social networks, and they're doing whatever it is that, to work, and they're doing it very effectively. So certainly it's a good place to look for ideas or to team up with. Okay, that's the first little segment here. Second segment, or actually for the second half now, we want to focus not from these big organizations that are doing this stuff, but what we can do individually. And, even with all of what we know and all of the available technology, everything's not happening like we want it to. And so it looks like the difference is having resources and having committed people. And you are committed people. We're all committed people here, or we wouldn't be here. So I want to talk about the individual, what happens within us that allows us to move forward in those important areas so that we reach toward our aspirations that we all wrote this morning. Okay? So we're going to take a look at that. And we're going to talk about what your aspiration is, okay, and where we are today, and where we started from. Okay? So we're going to talk about getting from here, the starting point, like way back when you first got some inclination that you wanted to make a difference. You know? We're going to look at that in a few minutes. But now we're going to have someone come up who's going to speak about that, who's right now at this phase and has been taking action and is having some successes, but still it's early stage. And then we're going to talk, then all of us will get involved with tracking ourselves and what we need to learn. You know, what we learned to get from here to there, and now what we need to learn to go from here to here. Okay. So